Greetings everyone, and welcome back to the Pale Beyond, where last time we managed to climb this mountain without losing anyone, even though Kurt really tried to die. We ended up keeping him alive. Now, we're next to this cave that I'm pretty sure is the one the stone cairn warned us about. So that kind of worries me, but I guess we'll see how things go. So we have Kurt and Kasha. We find Kasha carefully inspecting her camera. It still works. It would have been a shame to lose it this far in. We should be grateful nothing more important was lost. As Kurt approaches, Kasha lets out a small chuckle. Yes, I suppose I should get my priorities in order. Don't think you won't be reprimanded for your actions, Kasha. Your life is much more important than that camera. Well done, Kurt. That was almost a disaster. Please, let's not heap praise, Captain. It was all instinct. There is something I should say. Past comments I made. Forgiven. Well, allow me to apologize first. No, I understand now. You can't convince me to lie in my report. I'll tell the entire truth. I understand. And the truth is that Kurt Darling is a true hero. You needn't say that. I've caused my fair share of trouble on this expedition. Yes, and I don't intend to hide that from anyone. But your heroism is more important to share. What did you tell me about inspiring others? Thank you. I can only hope another young Kasha Belfort reads my report. Let's hope they grow to be less reckless than you. You deserve to be commended, Kurt. You can still clean up some aspects, right? Let's go with this one. You deserve to be commended, Kurt. You don't deserve anything, Robin. That shouldn't be our motivation. Chasing glory has been my vice for too long. Whatever you write about me, it has my blessing. There. I can expect honesty. Thank you, friend. And thank you. Okay, so that's really nice to see. The whole experience last time got them to be closer together. So I guess let's check up on those requests. We just have Templeton. Captain, it is time. We are at the crossroads, and a decision needs to be made. We both read the cairn. We know the location of the Viscount lies in this cave. We are this close. Our mission's end lies in wait. And what if pursuing it causes us to miss our rescue? Survival is our goal, not the Viscount. What do you expect to find there? Yeah, I don't know about this Viscount thing because we don't have the fuel to afford it, really. Let's go with this one. What do you expect to find there? Answers, for better or worse. If what we read is correct, or if what we read is correct, the shore cabin should hold enough rations to last us a full year. We can afford the risk of missing a single rescue ship. I think it's worth it. Should secure that cabin first, before returning. I don't care about the Viscount Templeton, we're heading to the shore. You're right, we can't turn away from this opportunity. Yeah, I don't know, this whole cave thing seems like a disaster waiting to happen. You'll probably hate me for this, but honestly, we should secure that cabin first, before returning. Right, of course. But this mountain is perilous, Captain. Can you survive a second trek? You should inform the crew of our movement as soon as you leave this tent. I know you will make the right call, Captain. Okay. So I guess it's either try our luck in the cave or go and look for the... what do you call it? Go and look for the cabin on the shore. Let's see. Approach Nutley and Kasha, speak to the navigator, approach the scientist, speak to the brothers. I suppose let's approach Nutley and Kasha. We pass the tent and are quick to notice what's going on. Kasha, the intrepid photographer, standing close to the doctor, their faces pressed closely together. She's alerted to your footsteps and opens her eyes. Eyes which quickly widen as you're spotted. Quickly, she and Nutley pull away from each other, their heads nervously swiveling around the tent. Nutley letting out a punctuated cough. Captain, you could have cleared your throat or something. We were just sticking together for warmth. A clever decision. Yeah, sure. Yes, quite clever. Very, very clever of us to be doing that. That was definitely what we were. Arthur, I think our good captain was joshing us. That door show is quite dense, and that would be a great issue for us. Just when did this start? Do you honestly intend to keep this secret? Congratulations, both of you. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Captain. We should be thanking you, Shaw. Placing us together in one tent for a year certainly fostered conversation. Never considered myself a matchmaker. Don't blame me for this. Spare me any of the details, I don't care. Yeah, let's go with this one. Never considered myself a matchmaker. We spoke at length, at first about his unexpectedly vast knowledge of ice fishing, and ending with a casual conversation about our favorite newspaper strips. Well, it wasn't entirely casual. What do you mean? Ha! I knew you didn't notice. Notice what? Kasia clears her throat before putting on an affected voice, dramatically quoting her past statements. Why, Doctor? I think he would be a great subject for my next report. I'm sure you wouldn't mind a write-up on your interesting life. Handsome young medical prodigy who must have a various suitors. Doctor, there is this excellent seafood restaurant in the capital. We should absolutely eat there when we return to land. Kasia chuckles to herself. I used we, for goodness sake. I was beginning to think you were oblivious to all the flirtation. I recognized some of it. I was just too nervous at the time to respond. Though it's true. I did think you were just passionate about seafood. And then? But we couldn't help ourselves. Honestly, I deeply admired her passion for her craft, her headstrong way of thinking, how she was so focused on her future, everything I wanted in myself. And I admired his courage when up against his fears, in possibly the worst situations possible. That's the kind of thing they make films out of. And just as I thought we were winding down, I told her I wanted to see her again, after we returned to civilization. Suffice it to say, I was surprised that he would just blurt it out. I surprised myself. Before that, I had long since stopped considering that we'd make it back. Of course, that led to a new conversation all throughout the morning. And before we knew it, we were having a romantic embrace at the south of the world. That is, until you walked in, Captain. Yes, it was rather inappropriate of you. Kasia pauses for a moment. You don't take issue with this, do you, Captain? Both know that fraternization is forbidden, I presume. So, when will you be holding the wedding? Excuse me? Ha, good one, Captain. Presuming all goes well, of course. Not for another year or two. Or 5. Now, Doctor, you know me. I like to live fast. 5 years is fast. I think I could whittle you down. I'm joking, of course. It's far too soon to speak on that. Well, forbidden or not, we're at the end of our journey here, I hope. Matters of the crew are in the past. To sail home with Kasia. Well, it's something to look forward to. Been quite a while since we had that. Agreed. Well, don't bother the rest of the crew with this. We're not back on land yet. We shouldn't grow too confident. I wish you both happiness. It's what you deserve. Yeah, let's be nice. Thank you, Captain. Now, if you'll excuse us. Okay, that's nice. Who else do you want to check upon? Cordell has appeared. Yes, let's approach Cordell. You. I wish to speak with you on a matter. What matter? Concerning your report, put simply, I have a story for you to include regarding who I am. You're a Keno master? That is true, but not the whole truth. Well, this is sudden. I've been curious about your past. Yeah, I mean... I have been curious about your past. I have no doubt you were. Cordo turns to Kasia as the reporter quickly scrambles to gather her notepad and pen. Now, I'm certain you have heard them call me Lady Cordo. Yes, frequently. I asked around, and apparently it was a moniker granted to you due to how you spoke. Well, those who dubbed me with that name have no idea the irony in doing so. The truth is, I am noble. Or rather, I was. What? I suspected you might have had an upper class background. I don't believe you. You are what? Are your ears failing you? I care not to repeat myself. I was born and raised within the nobility. Don't mean to call you a liar, but that's just a big claim. Ingrid Cordelia Weston. What? You keep your ear to the ground often. I'm sure you have heard of her. Yes, actually, she's a distant relative of the monarchy. Had a seat as an MP for a brief period. Went missing unexpectedly. Well, I am Ingrid Cordelia Weston. Not just nobility, we're speaking to royalty. Let's let her continue. I have all the proof I need to show you. No need, I believe you. You do? It would certainly be an odd thing to lie about. I assume you're aware of the political system, Kasia? To no end. Researching it was possibly the most dull and harrowing part of my last report. And yourself, Captain? Vaguely. Yeah, let's go with vaguely. Well then, allow me to refresh your memory. Well, as a distant cousin of said monarch, I was placed in one of those parliamentary seats. As you can imagine, I had no interest in being an MP. My aversion towards human interaction was no different in my youth. From the age I received my first dog as a gift in my childhood, I have much preferred their company. Surely there was once a time when you weren't such a recluse. Well, you have encountered and interviewed many of the nobility in your time, correct? Correct. Would you choose to spend your time amongst those people? Fair point. So, this whole time we've been traveling with a runaway MP. Yes, I suppose it does sound quite unusual. I find it shocking you were never found. Unusual, it's fantastical. Will Hammond reveal himself as an actual Mo next? I've learned not to be surprised at this stage. It's either 1 or 3, not sure which one I want to go with. Just really quickly, let me check this. Yeah, I have plenty of buffer room, so let's go with this one. I find it shocking you were never found. Perhaps that would be true for another in my position, though they would never say as much. My departure was quite mutual. But why did you leave? The reasons for that are quite simple. I refuse to live that life any longer. In that world, in my position, certain things were expected of me. Act with decorum. Attend every social event. Keep your real self hidden until you're considered suitable to be shipped off into a political marriage. A grim reality, one I wanted no part of. My choice was clear, and I didn't hesitate in my thought for a moment. I left home in the dead of night, taking only 2 things with me. My certificate of birth, for reasons more practical than sentimental, and my dog, for reasons more sentimental than practical. I started a breeding kennel in the capital, earned the moniker of Lady Cordo among the common folk, and from then I was free. Still free to ground beneath my feet. As Cordo speaks, Kasia intently takes notes. I see. So trapped in a restrictive role in society, you broke free of your chains, yearning to be independent. I suppose, yes. Just like a wild pack of dogs, able to roam free. Please do not include a surface-level poetic interpretation of my actions. Poetics are my colleague, but okay. Oh, that's good. Keep it. Have you ever considered returning to the nobility? No, that's good. Keep it. There's no accounting for taste, Captain. I think I'll respect Cordo's wishes. Though I do think with enough rewrites, I can make it sound great. I doubt that. Thank you for sharing, Cordo, but why have you shared this with me? Why now? My report, to expose your identity to everyone. Why would you allow that? Because I trust you to tell my story. And I no longer have anything to hide. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down. I'll tell the whole truth of your tale. I know you will. Assuming you leave out that tripe about wild dogs. And yourself, Captain? Speaking of dogs, how is Stanbury? I think I will call you Ingrid from now on. Gosh, I don't include that in your report. Speaking of dogs, how is Stanbury? Very well. Still pregnant. What? Stanbury is pregnant? Yes. Quite fortunate for me. After what happened to my kennel. It was a stroke of good luck. It was a stroke of good luck. I'm sure Cordell will bestow us each with a puppy to commemorate our journey. What do you intend to do with the litter? We already know that. Let's go with... I'm not sure if she'll be really happy about that one, because... I mean, here is not exactly the kind of place you raise little pups. Let's go with what do you intend to do with the litter? I intend on replacing the kennel I lost, piece by piece. Stanbury will birth a new generation of sled dogs. So, you'll be continuing your line of work? Yes. And much sooner begin again as a kennel master than return to the nobility. Agreed. So, that's your entire story? More or less, yes. I'm sure Captain Shaw has no objections to this tale. What say you, Captain? I never would have expected. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate your listening. I can't believe you would trust us with... Thank you, friend. Do not mistake this for closeness. I simply trust your credentials enough to consider you a professional. But you're welcome, friend. We turn and leave Kasha and Cordo. Oh, that was nice. Let's check up on the navigator and the engineer. You notice Hammond and Kurt huddled around the boiler, deep in conversation. As you approach, their heads perk up, noticing you. Captain? Didn't see you there. Apologies, Captain. Seems we were both caught up in our work. My work. You're just watching me, Kurt. But yeah, but you did manage to pick out the materials. We were just replacing the spyglass I cracked on the mountain. It may not be of any issue in this cave, or it may not be of any use in this cave, but you never know when we might need it next. Aye, once again my boiler comes in handy. It's good to see you two aren't bickering again, but I have been meaning to ask how you're faring after the incident on the mountain. What do you make of this cave cut? Yeah, let's get some info on that cave. It's an odd one, no doubt. A lot of questions we shouldn't be answering. Our priority should be to get to shore. Yeah, I kinda agree with that. Not go spelunking. Coming from you? Isn't that the point of your shite films? Upon hearing that, Kurt puffs out his chest. Oh, so you've seen my films? Just the one? And what did you think? Pure bollocks. I should have figured. I think they're rather good. Haven't seen enough to judge. Tripe is kinder than what I'd call them. I think they're rather good. Thank you. Of course you'd say that, Captain. I just can't get over all the inaccuracies in them. What inaccuracies? You take me for a fool, Kurt. I know a stage shot when I see one. Well, they did certainly clean up a lot in the edit. I don't get it. What don't you understand, chump? You're a proper bloody navigator, Kurt, and a damn hero. I've seen it with my own two eyes. Thank you. So why do you star in all those phony films? I wouldn't call them phony, and well, they may not be the picture of accuracy, but they have power to inspire people, more so than any true story could. Agreed, his films have inspired me greatly. Or I think the real experience is more valuable. Yeah, I mean, kind of. Great, his films have inspired me greatly. Now that's exactly what I like to hear. I'm glad my films had such an effect on you, Captain. You really like that shit? Everyone is entitled to their taste, Hammond. Though I do appreciate your more cynical approach. In fact, it's clear that if there's one thing I'm in need of, it's someone who can keep me grounded. Get to it, Kurt. What do you want to say? I was wondering, would you consider... Spit it out, would you? Alright, would you consider joining me after this? On further expeditions? As an engineer? Yes, but also as a level head. I need someone like you. I'll think about it, Kurt. Hammond would love to. The two of you on the same crew again sounds like a recipe for disaster. Perhaps I could join you both. Perhaps I could join you both. Asking for a job, Captain. The three of us on the same crew again. That's bound to go horribly wrong. Perhaps, but I think our ingenuity will help us pull through. Hammond pulls up the replacement spyglass. Anyway, here you are, all finished. Incredible. Great work, Hammond. No problem, Kurt. Kahurangi? What's that? What? My real name. Kurt just for the media. Kahurangi... Uhoro? Wonder where that's from. Alright. Kahurangi. See you around, friend. You too. Okay, so they got along nicely. Glad to see that. Let's check upon the scientist. Find the crew's science officer overlooking several petri dishes containing various materials picked from the walls of the cave. Curiouser and curiouser. Only concerning yourself with some minerals, Templeton. What's curious? Captain, observe the materials we've uncovered in just the entrance of this cave. Copper, tungsten, antimony. Those are deposits, more likely found in lakes, not all in a cave, let alone a mountaintop cave in the polar region. Nothing about it seems natural. Could this be why the Appertons were looking for this area? I don't like it either. Let's check upon this. Could this be why the Appertons were looking for this area? Perhaps. Captain, may I ask you a question? Go ahead. I've assumed you must enjoy my questions at this stage. Keep humoring them. Well, regardless, we have been working together for quite some time now, and in that time I have been able to evaluate you. After assessing your abilities and your decision making, I can safely conclude that you are more than capable in your role as captain. As such, I would like to offer you a job. Wish to work with me again, Templeton? What is the pay like? What do I want to go with? Let's go with the Apperton Company? Yes, who else? You have precisely the right set of skills to make you a valuable asset to the company. It's time I told you the truth of who we're working for. There's even more you haven't told me? About time, out with it. I have a feeling I won't like this. Let's go with this one. There's even more you haven't told me? It's beneficial to keep cards close to my chest until you are fully evaluated. Templeton reveals a tin can of rations, passes it over to you. The woman modeling on the front stares back at you. Before you look back at Templeton, yes, the Apperton Company, I already knew that. What, am I working for the model? I'm not hungry, besides this is long expired. What, am I working for the model? Yes, actually. Her name is Minerva Apperton. She is the president of the Apperton Tinning Company. Her? She's real? Templeton, I fear I may have lead poisoning. But why would she fund this expedition? The same reason anyone would. Tinned foods is perhaps the lowest priority with the company in today's age, as you can likely tell by the shoddy work on our rations. Instead, Lady Apperton is focused on turning her company into the only option in commerce, which is why she sought after this expedition of the Viscount. She's interested in what the Viscount found in the ice. Just what did they find? She thinks it will help with her company. Tell me everything you know. Let's go with and just what did they find? No doubt there are several details Minerva has kept hidden from even myself, but I will tell you what I can. The original expedition of the Viscount was carried out by the government, a race to find the southernmost point of the world, chartered out in the name of glory and science. But upon arrival, it appears they discovered the same strange environments as we have, and so they chose to investigate instead of heading back. And contrary to legend and hearsay, it wasn't the cold and the starvation that drove the crew mad. It was what they found there that took their minds. Is there radiation in the cave? Like, I'm trying to think, what is the only possible explanation that makes sense? Is it radiation? Is it some sort of hallucinogen? Like, what could be inside that cave that's causing so much trouble? Maybe some of the heavy metals are poisoning people? Maybe some sort of bats? I don't know. Like, hard to say. And how do we know this? Just what did they find? More secrets? Just what did they find? That part remains a mystery. But what we do know, there was a witness, a survivor, washed ashore. Half mad, their tongue cut out. They lived only long enough to give us a hint at what we're looking for. It is unknown what exactly lies in wait for us should we find the Viscount. But from what we know, the crew of that vessel found something world-changing. This is no mere treasure. What they found was unnatural in nature. A paradox existing at the most southern point of the world. And whoever can retrieve it, bring it back to civilization, will shape the path of human advancement for the next century. Knew this the entire time, but you never told me. It sounds like Minerva has been swept up in a myth. Hearing that, I believe I'm being underpaid. It sounds like Minerva has been swept up in a myth. Yeah, I expected that. A benefactor is not susceptible to mere rumor and hearsay, I assure you. We did not risk our lives on a whim. Do not forget being kept in the dark like this. It's a legend and nothing more. This expedition has been a waste. Then it's our top priority to recover what the Viscount found. Oh man, I don't know, do I want to go in that cave? Like, it sounds like a terrible idea. Man. Like, what I'm thinking right now is I'm definitely gonna be doing a second playthrough of the game. Not sure if I'm gonna be recording it. But I'm kinda leaning more towards just going to shore. Since we managed to keep everyone intact. And since my provisions are not exactly amazing, maybe I go for the Viscount on my second playthrough. What are these options? Why I cannot forgive being kept in the dark like this. It's a legend and nothing more. This expedition has been a waste. Like, I don't like any of the options I have here. Like, what is this? Oh man. I don't know which way I want to go about it. I'm kinda curious about the cave, but a person washed ashore with a cut-out tongue, like, Jesus Christ, man. This seems like a recipe for disaster. I mean, he definitely wants to go in there, I can assure you of that. My fear is that if we decide to go to the shore, he will go into the cave on his own, which basically means he dies. Oh man, this is a really tough choice. don't know. Do you wanna go in that cave? Definitely end in disaster. Yeah, it's the only thing that really has me looking for a choice, because I'm really worried that he will go alone if we don't go with him. Then again, he's the orderly type, so maybe he won't, but I don't know, this is such a risk. Like, it's the only thing I can think about that they could have found. It's either some sort of radiation, some sort of heavy metal poisoning, or some sort of hallucinogen that grows in the cave. Like, the cave does appear to be quite weird looking. Maybe that's like volcanic or something, so maybe some sort of sulfur thing happening down there. I don't know. I mean, maybe we're somewhat united at the moment, so maybe we can make it out to that cave safely. But why risk it, you know? I really hate these options, so... Like, what is this? I cannot forgive being kept in the dark like this. Man, I really don't know what to do. I really want to go to shore. Like, I don't think it's worth going in that cave, but I'm worried Templeton might do something rash on his own. Fucking hell. Hopefully we do get some sort of chance to turn back in the cave. I mean, I assume this will probably cost me a lot of loyalty with him. But like, this expedition has been a waste. It's like, what are these answers, man? Seems like this is the only viable answer. It is our top priority to recover what the Viscount found. You know what? But then again, we can lose people. We've made it so far without a single person dying. Why squander it? God damn it. Such a tough choice. Then again, what did we do all of this for if we don't even find the Viscount? I guess for the experiences, which, I mean, it's not little, to be honest. But god damn it. I mean, if a rescue ship arrives, and we have supplies down at the shed, we could then send someone to investigate, right? Oh man. Then again, missing a rescue ship just because we're looking in the damn cave. Oh, this is the toughest choice I'll probably have to make in the entire game. Fuck it, let's see what the damn Viscount found. Precisely my thoughts, Captain. It is good to see we are both of the same level mind. Now, I have told you all that I know. Please leave me to my research. You turn, but Templeton speaks up once more. Oh, Captain. You never officially responded to my offer. Do you wish to work with the Apperton Tinning Company after this? I will take it under consideration. Yes, I would. Sure, why not? Yes, I would. Good. I look forward to working with you again in the future. Oh, man.